I speak for myself and my colleagues when I say that this was one of the fastest years that we have ever experienced. We've all made mistakes, we've all made bad decisions, but the moment we submitted our interest forms, we made the decision to not let those past actions define us. This year was definitely our year up, our boost up into the lives that we wish to live. In this short amount of time, we have accomplished so much. For example, I never would have imagined that I would be here comfortably speaking in front of 500 people. I am delighted to have this opportunity to share my story. Right after high school, I got a job at JCPenney. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with my life. Not knowing what I wanted to study made taking that step into college frightening. I planned on only taking 1 quarter off to raise money and to decide what I wanted to do next. I settled into work mode very quickly and got used to making money. My open availability at work made my schedule very heavy, and it easily slipped my mind to check deadlines for registration, mostly because it wasn't one of my immediate priorities. 1 quarter turned into 1 semester, and 1 semester turned into a year. Needless to say, I was having some sort of responsibility breakdown. Eventually, my parents' frustration with the fact that I was all of a sudden making terrible decisions made my home environment unbearable, forcing me to leave. My fiance's mother let me stay with her. Since their home was so small, he and I had to stay in a trailer in the backyard. We got very limited access to the actual house since no one was ever home, and she refused to give us a key. Living in an environment like this was never anything I ever pictured for myself, but I was determined to make it work. After a while, my aunt offered to pay for me to go to Renton Technical College to study nursing. That didn't really seem interesting, but it would have gotten me out of retail. Before this plan was executed, I found out some very unexpected news. I became pregnant with my son, Donovan. So there I was, living in a trailer with no running water, no kitchen to cook in, no bathroom to use, making just above minimum wage. What kind of life is that for me to bring my son into? One day, my fiance got an email telling him about a program called Year Up. We read it and I thought it was perfect. I was always really interested in computer science, and here was a program that would allow me to learn for free, pay me to go, and let me gain experience in an internship. Since I was pregnant, we decided he would apply, and after I had the baby, I would try as well. After Donovan was born, I applied for the very next cycle of Year Up. I made it through my first interview to receive a phone call denying my admission. Before I could start crying, my fiance asked me one question: how bad do you want it? And before I had the chance to answer him, he said, "Don't tell me, prove it, tell them." I called Year Up back and reassured them that I had taken the necessary steps to be successful in the program. They admired my persistence, so I was brought in for a second interview. Following that, I was admitted into the program. In this amazing program, I have learned so much. Not just the elements of a computer or how to properly file a bug report, but also how to navigate most situations that life throws my way. I learned the importance of my network, how to maintain it, and how to tailor my communication to who I'm speaking with. Most importantly, I learned to stop waiting for my dreams and to make them happen. All of these things will stay with me for the rest of my life. These things have made me a better professional in person. These building blocks are not just affecting me and my career, they affect what I will teach my children. I am raising my son to be a great man with the potential to be absolutely anything. Whether he wants to become an astronaut and see the galaxies, a musician to grace the world with great music, or have a food truck to make personal connections with each of his customers. No matter how big or small, my children will know how to navigate those situations. My internship at Tech Mahindra Americas Incorporated has shed a new light upon my life. I never knew that telecommunications was so interesting. My experience challenged and inspired me to learn a lot of information very quickly. My plans after Year Up are to continue to learn and progress so I can have a career, not just a job, that piques my interests, utilizes my abilities, and will help me better provide for my family. When my son is a little older, I plan on going back to school to earn a degree. I always work my hardest, and finally all of that hard work is paying off. I know this because I was offered and accepted a full-time position at Tech Mahindra. Thank you. Europe confirmed that I don't have to choose between being a great mother and having a successful career. Europe has given me the skills and confidence to know no matter where I end up, I will have everything I need instilled in me to be successful. We all have these elements to be successful. Can you believe we did it? All of the people that said we ruined our lives and said that we wouldn't amount to anything have just been proven wrong. We made it across this finish line. We made it across this finish line, and now we are facing the starting line of our journey. This year, the limits society set for us and the limits we set for ourselves were pushed until they disappeared. Our potential is greater than ever, and as we take our first step, we will always know, no matter what, that we will have our families, each other, and every single staff member of Europe for us to lean on when we need, and who will continue to cheer us on and never stop.